So today we're going to be going through a composite. We're going to be using Photoshop, and I'm basically going to be going through the Photoshop file and walking you through step by step how I went from this to this. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you can see on the bottom layer of our Photoshop file, we've got this image, and this is an image of a road, and it's done at night. This will be kind of our back plate, if you like, for our whole image to sit on. And if I go through the layers, you can see what I've started to add. We've got a layer of levels and a layer of hue and saturation. And if I actually scroll upwards and find our car, you can get a bit of a better idea of how this image came together. So this photo was taken in the Tesla dealership in Cambridge, and I basically just had to run in there with my camera, grab a few photos before anyone noticed I was there. This is one of the images that we captured. So going through the layers, you can see that I've got rid of the background, and I did this by adding a black rectangle, converting it to a smart object, and then going to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just blurring that out a little bit, just so it's not as much of a hard edge between the road and that blackness in the background. And the next couple of layers are the shadows of the car, and these will basically make or break the image. It's normally the shadows that will give a composite away, so it's kind of a cool idea to spend a little bit more time on this. So going through the rest of them, I knew I wanted this to be kind of a smoky, very atmospheric looking image, so the next few layers will be adding some smoke elements. And the way I did this was I didn't actually use the clouds filter. I found that to be a little bit too fake looking for this. I wanted a much more softer smoke. So all I did was I created a new layer, got the paintbrush tool, and I actually switched it to dissolve, and it gives it this kind of grainy look. Then converted that to a smart object, went to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just blurred that a little bit, and that allowed me to get this really soft looking smoke. So switching on the next few layers, we can see we've got some more smoke elements in the foreground. And because there was quite a large light on the original image of this car, I thought it would be cool to actually match that with the background. I thought it would be cool to incorporate that light in the new image, just to help it really sell the idea that this was taken on the day and none of this is a composite. And again, you can see we've added some more hue and saturation, brightness and contrast adjustment layers. Basically, instead of adding a vignette around the whole image, I just went ahead and created another black rectangle, converted it to a smart object, went to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just to kind of soften it all up a little bit. Going in closer, you can see that we've started to add in some more shadows underneath the car. I think I added about maybe 4 or 5 layers of shadows underneath the car. If I actually go back to the car layer, and I'll switch on some adjustments that I did to that, you can see that on the layer that I've masked the car out, that we've really darkened the image to help it fit in this new environment. And a lot of the time the aim first of all is to make it look like a real image first, and then you can make it look cool. So if we come out of this, what I then did was I took this image, brought it over into Lightroom where I did some final adjustments. And this next layer is basically the export from Lightroom, what I've just imported back in just for this video, just so I can easily show you. what the end image looked like. And there was one last thing that I wasn't happy with, which is the number plate, or the license plate. Basically, I got rid of that at the start because it was not a very clear image of the license plate that we got in the original photo. So what I did was I basically tried to match the font of the original license plate and put in a new license plate. So there we are. If you like the video, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps me out in smashing this YouTube algorithm. Comment and let me know if you're enjoying these walkthrough Photoshop videos. Finally, subscribe and hit that bell icon. Again, it really helps me out and it's free, so why not? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.